How does the new tort reform potentially affect you as a car crash victim? It affects you in a few ways. One of the ways is the medical payments issue. So the new law limits and caps what you can claim at trial. The insurance company never paid it, so it's not like they were paying the whole billed amount. That's not the way it worked. What would happen after the fact is the judge would reduce it by what's called Collateral Source Set Off. So the insurance company, even though they act like they have to pay all these bills, they never did. And that's never what happened in the past. It's not how it worked. But that was one of the changes. Now you can only put in front of the jury what the health insurance rate was, or if you don't have health insurance, what the 120% of Medicare rate is. That may not be what your doctor will accept. So you will have an amount that your doctor says, oh, the surgery was $50,000, and they say, well, 120% of Medicare is only $30,000, and you can only put the $30,000 by argument of the defense in front of the jury. Well, if the doctor still, after you get that award and the jury says, I related to the accident, I'm giving you that $30,000, they don't know potentially that your doctor says, I want $50,000 because I had to hold out for 2 years for this payment, here's why, and I have all these other expenses. And you as the victim in the car accident are gonna be victimized again in that scenario. And that's one of the biggest problems with the tort reform and the medical payments. The other thing that's maybe just as important is future medical expenses. So the bill assumes if you have health insurance that the defense can argue, well, keep it at the health insurance rate in the future if you need future medical treatment. People don't always keep their health insurance. They change jobs, they get different health insurance, they lose their job, they might not have health insurance, but the way they're allowing the law to change and the defense to argue is to put those numbers and much reduced numbers out in front of the jury instead of potentially the larger billed numbers that could be out there. So that's a big change potentially in the law and how that's going to work.